So the Steven Universe Future finale aired last week, and one of the things that they did in the episode that I didn't expect but I really loved was they sort of created this full circle moment by bringing back Cookie Cat from the very first episode. It was a really nice touch at the very end of the entire series, and it kind of got me thinking a lot more about Cookie Cat. There are so many fun Cookie Cat references throughout the whole show, like Steven has the ice cream sandwiches at the very beginning. He also has an alarm clock, walkie-talkies. Clearly in this universe, Cookie Cat is one of those, like, merchandising giants. And I was thinking about the old He-Man cartoon and Transformers cartoon and how those were both shows that were made explicitly to sell more toys of that brand. So if one of the many pieces of Cookie Cat media was a TV series, what might that TV theme song sound like? If I'm creating a Cookie Cat theme song, let's look at what we have. In the very first episode of Steven Universe, Steven recites the rap from the Cookie Cat TV commercial, and it's very reminiscent of those American versions of the 90s anime theme songs where there was like a rap section and record scratches and electric guitars, where you could tell that they were very, very clearly trying really hard to appeal to the kids. So I figured, why not lean into that vibe and treat it like this Cookie Cat TV theme song is the American theme for the TV series of Cookie Cat, and the jingle from the commercial is a sort of recycled version of that with new lyrics inserted just to sell ice cream sandwiches. So I want to reverse engineer the Cookie Cat commercial ice cream jingle into a full Cookie Cat TV theme song. I've written down the Cookie Cat lyrics, and we can take out all the lyrics that are about the ice cream sandwich and keep all the lyrics that are about the Cookie Cat character. So we still have, he came to this planet from outer space, a refugee of an interstellar war, and he left his family behind. So I'm gonna have to take those lyrics and sort of craft the rest of the new lyrics around that. The music from the commercial is pretty straightforward, simple beat, there's some little sparkly arpeggios in a sort of 8-bit synth sound, and just one very simple bass line. It goes like dum dum. Like this. And it just repeats over and over again. And the arpeggios are just like with that in the bass. So it's very, very simple and very straightforward. So I want to write some new lyrics to replace the old ones about ice cream. I think I want to write like a smoother sung through verse in the middle to kind of contrast the high energy of the Cookie Cat, however that's gonna turn out, and see how I can put it all together. So now I've just gotta do that. Alright, so it's been a few days, you're at a new angle now, and I've been working on this Cookie Cat theme song a lot, and I want to show you what I've got. The first thing I did was come up with the overall structure of the song, and that started with creating like a new chord structure. So in trying to create a new chord structure, I started with what was in the original Cookie Cat commercial jingle, which was just E in the bass, and the arpeggio that I approximated was like E minor 7. The original song, that was the only chord I had to work with. So for the first half of the Cookie Cat rap, I did just keep it on E in the bass, and then I didn't change that until I got to the next section. When I was working on the second half of the Cookie Cat rap, I started with the E minor chord and played around with some chord changes to kind of sound as dramatic as possible. And I ended up settling on Cookie Cat, he's a pet for your tummy. Cookie Cat, he's super duper yummy. Cookie Cat, he left his family behind. Cookie Cat. And when I was crafting the middle section, the sort of lower energy part, I just ended up doing variations on those chords. And then I also added in Cookie Cat, and then it resolves back to E minor. Once I had the whole structure and the new chord structure, I filled in the rest of the lyrics and I wrote a new section in the middle as a sort of sung through jazzy section. I was trying to come up with a good rhyme for he left his family behind, because the song ends with
now available at Garmin's off Route 109.
And I wanted to change that to something else that rhymes with left his family behind. I came up with one of a kind, which I really liked. So I ended the song with he's one of a kind, and I also added that into my middle verse area to kind of make it a little more present throughout the song so that it didn't feel like it came totally out of the blue at the very end. And because I also cut the phrase pet for your tummy super duper yummy, I was trying to come up with something that would at least retain the feel of that rhyme, but everything that I came up with I didn't really like. So that section I ended up deciding on his skills are outstanding, he always sticks to the landing, which is... it's okay. But I settled on the lyrics, and after I finished that, I started working on the production. I wanted to stay true to the original in every way that I could, so I kept that bass line pattern that was in the original. So even though it changes chords, it still has that, I added a bunch of crowd vocals shouting, "Cookie Cat!" We've got, "Cookie Cat! Cookie Cat!" And that's just like 10 layers of me with some echo and reverb and stuff. And I also did the same thing at the very beginning of the song, where it starts with Steven going, "Aww." I did that with the crowd vocals. Also, with the new chords, I added my voice singing "Cookie Cat" on top of the chants of "Cookie Cat." So all of that together sounds like this. Cookie Cat! Cookie Cat! Cookie Cat! Cookie Cat! And then I also tried to emulate a lot of the original beat when I was expanding it to all these new sound textures. I played around with it a lot and I had a lot of fun adding some new textures. I added some record scratches to get that hip-hop sound. And a lot of different percussion effects just kind of coming together, play around with it. I would never claim that beat making is one of my strengths, but I really like how it turned out in the end, and I hope you do too.
He protects the world and the human race, 'cause he came to this planet from outer space, a refugee of an interstellar war. He knows that Earth is worth fighting for. Gazing out beyond the stars from this simple Earth of ours, a cat who's one of a kind. He looks back on that fateful day and thinks of how he cast away the mission that he was assigned. Cookie Cat! His skills are outstanding! Cookie Cat! He always sticks the landing! Cookie Cat! He'll get you out of a bind! He's on an interstellar quest! Cookie Cat! He left his family behind! Cookie Cat! He's one of a kind!
So there it is, I hope you liked it. I'm gonna make this song downloadable for free on my Patreon page. It'll be free for everyone, so you don't have to be a patron to download it, but while you're over on my Patreon page, maybe check it out. Check out what those other extra perks are for becoming a patron, and consider supporting me and helping me make more videos like this. Huge thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you want to see more of in the comments below, and until my next video, I hope you have a great day. Goodbye!